Hello everybody and welcome back. So we are doing this one and I'm going to show you really quick what we are aiming for. And we are doing this cool effect. So we have a wire that burns and when it goes to the end it triggers that one. So this is what we're doing. And we are at the moment in this scene. So we have the controller and we can control it like this. Perfect. And now we're going to make the shader so it kind of cuts the alpha where this position is. So first off, we just make a shader and we have it here. We're going to have burning. We call it wire. That's good enough. And then we make a material of it. So we have it here. And then we add it to our wire. Perfect. So if we go in here and check out our shader, and we can have the scene down here. So if we look at the wire, so if we do a tiling. And let's see, I'm just going to close these ones for now. And if we have this tiling here and we do a split. So here we can get red channel or we have the green one. So we're going to have the green one because that's the one that's going to go from the beginning to the end of the spline. So if we save here now, it should be black here. And then you see it's going to white. So this is kind of value 1. And then it's like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here it's kind of really bright. And the reason it's bright here is because I have this global volume. So it looks a little bit dull if you don't have anything. So if you want to have the same effect, you need to have this global volume as I have, and then I have this bloom effect here. So that's kind of what makes it glow like this. But we need to have it 0 to 1 and not 0 to 8.6. So the way to do this is that our controller, we need to send this wire len into this shader here. So what we're going to do, we're going to add here, we're going to do progress because we need it later. And we're also going to need the length. So we're going to use these ones for now. So I'm just going to save it. And then we go to this script. So we have the script here. And now I'm going to add some code. And I'm going to pause and paste it in and then explain it. And I've added the material we need to address. And then I just added these two ones here or actually this one here too. So this one, wire progress, it's picking the spline animate normalized time. And that means we have this slider here. So it's like 0 and 1 here. So it's not picking 8.6. It's just putting 0 to 1. And then we have so that's the progress. And then we have the length. And the length we did in the last tutorial. So here we have calculated length. So now we're just sending this one into the material. So I save it here. And then we go back. And let's see, here we are. So now the material slot is empty, so we just add the material we did. And if we make another inspector here, and place it next to it, or actually we can place it below like this. This is fine. So here we have the material. And I'm just going to do it like this, and then I lost. And then we have the controller at the top. So now we can see them both. So what's happening now, because we made this script to be execute in edit mode. Now we have it updated in edit mode here. So now we have the length already. And let's say if we took the spline and we edit it and we started to move this around, you see, you haven't updated the length because you need to go to the controller and update wire length. Now you see it's 9.5. Because I don't update it every time because I want to be some kind of performant about it. So now when we have the length here, we can do like this because we know that the tiling is 0 to 1, but we need to divide 1 with 9.5. And I just need to address this. I'm going to pause and address it. Okay, I figured it out. So the reason is when you do math, you can't divide anything with 0 because it doesn't give a mathematical number. And that's what's happening here. It's 0. So even though I have the value here, because in the shader here I have 0, so it's actually working. It just doesn't really connect up as I expected. So if I just do a number here for now, it works. So I actually changed the name here. I'm gonna add it back to what it's supposed to be. So now we have 9.5. So we can actually just for now, just to prove my point, I'm gonna have 4 here. It doesn't matter. So, and so never divide anything with 0 because it will give you a mathematically error. It's not a bug, it just accurately as it's supposed to be, kind of. It would be nice if they just return 0 though, but we're gonna have a vector too. And if you, in the tiling here, we're gonna leave the red one as it is, and then we're gonna take the green one. And if we do a preview here, now you see it's kind of 0 up to 0.25-ish. And that's what we want. Now, when we have, so don't get confused, I have 4 here, because now when the, where are we? So now when I saved and opened the correct scene, now you see, here it is actually 0 to 1. It's not overglown as it was before. So just to prove my point, if we just remove this one here and save, now it's 0 and 9.5. So here we have it. So this is how we're gonna address it. And now we're also gonna add the progress. So now we have the wire from 0, from the end, from the beginning to the end, it's normalized 0 to 1. So that's perfect. And that's what this part here is doing. So we're just gonna put it a little bit more neat together. So that's nice. So here we have that one. And then now we're gonna use the progress. So the progress, that's what we fetched as a normalized value between 0 and 1. So if we take this one and we do subtract, and then check this out. If we do ceiling and saturate, and then of course we need to make sure that we have this alpha clipping here. So if we now just plug this one into the alpha and try this out and see what's happening now. So if we take here and then we go here, and now you see it works. So let's say if we are in the middle, like 0.5-ish, We're here. Yeah, it works. So this is perfect. So let's see. This is the shader and we are done with this one. So we can just save it. Actually, we're going to have a color too, because we want the wire to be black-ish, and not totally black, but kind of almost black. So we just plug this one in the base. And now we have the alpha taking care of this part here. Save it, and here we have it. Perfect. So now we have the the shader working. So in the next tutorial, we're gonna start to address the actually VFX setup to make it a little bit sparking stuff. So thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next tutorial.